Hello and welcome to my channel. Ask me a stock and I'll cover it for you from a long, medium to short term perspective based on the studies of Ichimoku, which is a Japanese based origin multi-time frame analysis study, and Harmonic Trading Patterns, which are derived out of Fibonacci. So if you would like me to cover a stock for you, write it in the comment section. But please do note it should be from the large, mid or small cap scale. No private equity, unlisted or micro cap stocks, please. Now, a disclosure, this is not a trading or investing advice to you. This video is purely an educational talk based on the studies of Ichimoku and Harmonics. Kindly do your study properly before taking a decision whether you want to invest or trade in the stock. Please also note that no money or any monetary fee or transaction is involved in this video, charged in this video. Now, today's stock is SBI, which is India's oldest bank, 200 years old, and also the largest bank in India, with a market share of, in deposits 22% in India, and in advances 19.6%. The fourth quarter 2025 results, which came out in the month of May, showed there was a gross non-performing assets dropped from 2.24% to 1.82, which was very good. Advance growth was 13.1, which was better than expectations. And deposit growth was also good at 9.2%, which is quite robust. There was a net interest income growth of 2.5% year on year and 3% quarter on quarter, which is also a positive sign for the bank. But there were a few negatives, like number one, expenses for the year were up 13%, slightly higher than expectations, and net interest margins were down, indicating there was some pressure on the core profitability of the bank, with RBI all set to reduce rates. Now let's go ahead and analyze the charts and see what lies ahead. Now, starting with the quarterly charts, like I always try to start from the top in a descending order. Before I get into the quarterly charts, I'd like to tell you that I've covered HDFC Bank on the 25th. You can check out that video. It's there in the description box, the link. And Kotak Bank on 22nd of April. That too is in the link given in the description box. So if you want to compare the three banks analysis, you can do that. Now, in the quarterly charts, you can see a fantastic performance from SBI from start. This is that 99 2000 till 2010. Okay, this is a beautiful performance. Just that subprime dip out here, but then came a 10 years of no performance, totally sideways, doing nothing for 10 years at all. So investors, traders, nobody making money in the stock that much. Only swing traders were able to garner any profit in it. Otherwise, nothing for the breakout traders or for the investors at all. Then came the pandemic, and from there, fantastic performance by the stock, unbelievable rally. But comparative, other banks have also done well. But the interesting factor is the emergence of PSU banks started from 2021. That is almost end of October 2020. From there, you can compare the other banks and see PSU banks, and particularly SBI, has stood out to do fantastically well in returns from there. So will this return continue to grow? Let's try to further analyze the stock from here. And in the quarterly charts, the support comes in at 690 as per Ichimoku, and then all the way down to 515. There is a resistance at 820 in the quarterly charts, almost 830 quarterly charts suggesting that. Let's have a look at the monthly and further decode this from here. Now, in the monthly chart, you can see that once that terrific move started in the month of February 21, after that the Ichimoku baseline has never been violated. It's just given a phenomenal move. Yes, in the month of February, This year it came down, tested, but bounced back equally sharply from that zone right now. And right now, the support in the monthly time frame is at 760 and then at 690, which matches with the quarterly resistance 825 and then at 855. Let's check out what is the weekly telling us. Here in the weekly, stock has, time and again given a good pullback, double bottom out here, rallied, pullback again, gave a scary scene below the Ichimoku cloud, but bounced back nicely now inside the cloud. Hence, this, you can see so many doji candles out here, uncertainty prevailing inside the cloud right now. The weekly candle, weekly scenario, future Kumo is still bearish inside the cloud. So you can expect volatility in the stock as well as a lot of uncertainty here, there, till it doesn't come out of it. The weekly support is at 760 and then all the way down a crucial support at 730 to 700 odd levels out here for it. While the resistance coming up at 810, then at 800 and 810 is the immediate resistance for the stock, then all the way at 850. Let's have a look at the daily time frame and further decode it. Now, before I go into further analyze the stock, I would like to inform you that my courses on harmonic trading pattern, Ichimoku, and trading psychology are available. These are made into videos along with PDF, level-wise, chapter-wise, broken into small segments with loads of examples of both bullish and bearish scenarios. Both Ichimoku and harmonics are available in English as well as Hindi, so you could take whichever one you prefer. Along with this, for those who are new to charts technical analysis, there is a bonus material, number one, introduction to technical analysis, where you can see charts, how to get which sectors, etc. And a full-fledged study of candlestick theory, bullish, bearish scenarios, reversals taking place with loads of examples. Trading psychology and risk management is an extremely crucial aspect of market, especially for traders, because trading is more about trading discipline and about risk management than about analysis. And that is the reason why most traders ignore it or are not aware of it. And SEBI reports that 90% traders in this market are losing money. This course is extremely detailed with bonus material. Number one, other technical studies are also explained which complement harmonics and Ichimoku patterns and Ichimoku. Number two, relative rotation of sectors. That is, which sector at any given time when you are doing your analysis are standing out, which sectors, and which stocks among those sectors are standing out as strong and or weak. Number three, at any given time of the market where you want to initiate a derivative trade based on the market trade and your risk appetite, sometimes you want to be aggressive, sometimes you want to be defensive, which option strategy will suit you. And number four, primarily a very important aspect, a self-paced assessment toolkit, which I will teach you on how to do your SWOT analysis. That is, what is your strength, which you should continue to focus on? What is your weakness where you need to work? What are the opportunities where you can further develop and your skills? And threats, that is areas and kinds of scenarios in markets which are not suiting you and which you should not try to get into, else you tend to lose money there. The link to the courses is there in the description box. Indeed, you can check out the details. And if you have any doubts or queries, you can shoot out an email to me and I'll get back to you on the same. So let's get back now to analyzing the stock. Now, before I get into the daily and 60 minutes, let me tell you the derivative data for the stock, the 1 day data, that is today's data of 29th of May, the last day of the May settlement today. There is a price increment, is, it's just flat totally, but there is a OI change of 20% today. It's a big change. today taking place in the stock. And the 5 day data, last 5 days, is positive 1.44%, which is also seeing a OI change of 24% approx. So bulk of the addition in OI has happened today than in the previous days, which is a positive sign for the stock currently, because we look at the last 5 days accordingly, that good long build up possible. The option data for the month of June, highest OI is at the 800 straddle call put, while the second highest OIs are at 750 and at put, and at 850 call for the stock. Now, in the daily time frame, as you can already see, there was a inverse head and shoulder breakout in the stock out here, which saw almost the first minimum target, then a pullback of that breakout, then a reversal, which is giving us a gap up out here, and now some consolidation happening in this particular zone out here. Going forward, the daily time frame has got a resistance at 805, 820, which is this particular line with the falling trend line out here, as you can see, a falling trend line resistance at 800, 825. Then we have the next Fibonacci at 850, which matches with this Ichimoku fractal out here, and then 800 and almost 875, 900 odd levels. These are the upsides. Where is the support in the daily time frame? It's at 775. It's quite down out here near the gap up area. Then 775, 770 with the cloud, also bullish cloud out here. Then plunges down all the way, downside of the gap 765, then 740, and then a bit dangerous all the way down to 725. But ideally, from a bullish point of view, this zone is very crucial, and then this one. These two, a bullish market would not stay below this. Ideally, it would come here maximum if it dips, then take off for the upside, because this is a massive bullish cloud out here for it. Now let's have a look at the hourly time frame and try to decode what the market has been doing in the last this particular week. That gap up areas out here completely flat, not doing much since Tuesday, in a zone. Massive Senkakubi Ichimoku support line out there at 790, and that's a crucial one out here, 790, 95 support. If that breaks, then a trip down to 775. Else on the upside, you can see that candles were struggling to close above 798. That's your first resistance, and the next one at 801 out here. So my conclusion for this particular stock right now is that it looks quite bullish to me for major upsides. The only in terms of the short term, if I were talking, it would be that above 800 gets stronger, in a strong minute towards that 825, 850, 875 line. The medium term would get much more stronger once it starts giving us a weekly close above 860 for 950, and then possible 1200 on the upside. While the downside, supposing we have a pullback or continuation of stock fails to get out of the weekly cloud and pulls back, then pullbacks towards 770, 740 would be interesting to watch, that those levels, that too, if 790 does not hold. So extreme short term, 790 is exit for stocks, because it will pull down to 770, 740 odd levels, 710, but that would drag the stock downwards till probably 710. The problem would arise if it does not hold these levels and then pushes down to 665. That's a very, very important level, and then further down to 575. So extreme short term, 790, slightly more, I would say 770 to 740 crucial, because if it starts slipping down, it will spend a lot more time downside, more volatility, more trouble. Upside trigger starts moving above 800, 820, 855, like that. So I will be keeping these triggers in mind for SBI. Overall, structure looks quite bullish to me. PSU banks look more brighter and stronger to me than private banks. Even private banks are looking strong to me that way. This one looks definitely better. So I do hope this video is of help to you. So please do like it, share it, and do follow me for regular stock and index ideas. Until then, all the best with your trading and happy investing.